Hello everyone, Avaira is here. Let's continue the Outer Worlds. So, back to the main story for a moment. Going back to Byzantium, because I need keys and codes for Gorgon, otherwise I can't proceed further. So yeah, I need to return to Byzantium, because the only lead leads actually there. So, the only lead into lifting Gorgon's emergency lockdown is the project's not known staff member, an actor named Clarence Mosty. If you want access to the manufacturer, you'll need information from him. Hi, Hachiman. I'm surprised to see you at the beginning, because today's stream is quite late. I need to visit authorities.
I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle while you're out.
Please don't do this again. Okay, we actually need to fly to Byzantium.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Oh, really? I'm guessing Minnie wants an update. Patch her through.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Well, at least I'm not dying physically. So, well, someone warned me to stay away from Gorgon, and then knocked the place down.
Someone?
Yes.
You mean someone still has access to the facility?
Yes.
After all this time. Who was it?
That's a good question. I don't think this is a Spacer's Choice guy. On the other hand, possible. Yeah, someone with an old grudge would be my guess.
That doesn't narrow it down by much, but I think you're onto something. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it.
Are you familiar with Gorgon's old research staff?
I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same.
But did you know that Gorgon was developing adrenaline time?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
I wonder why. But were you aware that adrenaline actually created murders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record.
Seems like it.
We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
Well, we can only hope. But why would Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Yeah, because they have tons of side effects. Well... Okay. I'm heading back out. You really know your business, Minnie.
Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
Sure. I'll keep that in mind. Be seeing you.
Ta!
Huh. Who isn't that nowadays? On the other hand, that's future. Then I'm going alone, I guess. I thought about taking Alien with Byzantium, but I guess I can keep it for later. Let's focus on investigation in Gorgon. I just need to get this lead. Need to get access. That's not what I expect. I would expect to see some luxury and things, but I guess outside of the port. Let's see. Oof. It's only a piece of the circle is available. Interesting. But yeah, this place is supposed to be quite big. So this guy should be close to the center. And to bypass multiple things. Something like a wall, inner circle. Whatever that is. Alright. What's the name? Clarence Malstam. Oh! Swing. Broken robots.
You still tinkering with that?
It's not gonna fix itself.
Doesn't seem like they let me go out. Not through those gates, that's for sure. Street access, that's right. That areas, I guess that's right then. Let's focus on the mission. Because Byzantium surely should have a lot of things in it. But let's do it all in one swoop after we finish with Gorgon. Because that way also will be finished with all the DLCs. And also in any case, better not to be distracted from investigation. Keep everything in mind. Oh yeah. It actually looks like a city, huh? For a change. Because all previous places were just some random settlements. And it's only outer circle.
Yeah, you. Wanna be famous?
No, I don't want to be famous. Already too famous for myself. What? Oh yeah. I guess I discovered Byzantium, and I needed just like tiny little bit of XP to get to 40. Okay, first thing I'm curious. Speed need to level. It is possible to level up after 40. Okay, now I know it. Skills. Yeah, it's kind of tempting to get full ignore of armor. That should be a good thing. I need as a sneak look pink, but okay. Let's show it all on handguns, so even with debuffs I still would have this perk. That way I should be able to shoot properly. Look, caffeine drink plus 4 non-master 5. Yeah, I should stay above if I'm not debuffed, at least. That's something. Okay, perks. I really don't have perks anymore. Although, this thing, as far as I noticed, I googled information about Supernova mode for second game and find out that there is no any special difficulty or survival mode for it. But I, by random bump into information that it is possible to revive companions with this perk, even with this permadeath thing. So for like, I don't know, half a minute to a minute, it's possible to revive them if they're down in combat. So I actually better to keep it. So when you use the inhaler, any down companion are revived with a small amount of health. That might save them. Because I will need to carry companions for their quests still. And that will... maybe will save their lives. Who knows? Well, the things here. I'm curious. Tino. Yeah, 37 level. That's maximum I can get here. I mean, maybe... on the other hand, I'm level 40. If I cannot buy something special right now, then probably I cannot do it. Don't know what the conditions are. So these armors are quite outdated. Bit more coffee lights. the songs. The adrenaline's brain throughout this playthrough. Okay, so that is what it meant. And they have some kind of a river even here. Wall. Can you it? That's funny.
Your best find this week. Go.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound.
Okay. I guess the board doing great. Propolis district. No, that's not where I need to go. Somewhere here on the street.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of her?
Yeah. What the hell's going on? Okay, that should be the place. Musgrave family connection.
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. Still a work in progress. I'll tell you what I've told all the other guards. Mind your boots. Our floors are not made for armor. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
What did you say about Kennedy's review? Kennedy review. I don't know anything about a Kennedy review.
Exactly. You do catch on fast. Now then, how can I help you?
That's not an explanation. What's with all the secrecy? This place isn't exactly hard to find.
We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency. The Musgrave Family Collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess I'm a bit too far from this noble life. You said this place was supposed to be an art gallery. What happened?
That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
But you can't resist my charm. I thought you were into breaking rules.
That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between us. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well...
Stolen?
I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you. Will there be anything else?
I'm looking for Clarence Mosley.
Mr. Mosley is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his canid La Place into our competition. You should find Mr. Mosley just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Thank you. Inside and just left. Actually, they have a place with interview. Quite hilarious. I didn't know that they can be such small pumps. I've seen some small kinds, but the small kinds were like 4 or 5 times bigger than these tiny little things. Okay, someone doesn't left.
Just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Is this about canid hunting? We've been over this before. It's a terrible idea.
Canid hunting is the natural evolution of canid shows. No one's going to miss a few backwater laborers anyway.
So they plan to hunt on humans. Amazing. What a shit show. Okay, third room. Nice. This might be him.
Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows?
Big question. There isn't anything interesting about Canid shows.
Oh, but there is. If one possesses an eye for statistics.
You mean one?
Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
Are you Clarence mostly?
What gave me away? Wait, don't tell me. You've read my monograph, Putting the Us in Calculus, or How to Use Mathematics to Find Your Statistically Significant Other. I'm afraid I don't really do autographs, but yes, I am Clarence Mostly.
That name sounds familiar. Mostly fine furniture company, right?
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing.
Well, I've been looking for you. You're the last known staff member on Project Gorgon.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph?
No.
It's true. I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed.
As doors.
Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
No thanks. Well, if you want to keep living in the moment, show me how to live the emergency knockdown.
I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know two people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
I think it's the guy who actually wrote and tried to point towards the downside of the project, but I'm not sure really. I don't remember. I'm terrible with names. Well, better not explain anything to him because I just need access and that's it. And I don't know on which side he is. All this for a reason. I'm really heavily armored.
Right, of course. Thank you for reminding me. Point well taken. I want a favor from you. Do something for me and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on mutual trust. The grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
Why there is no third option? Something like, you didn't get me. Like, I still heavily armored. He didn't get the point, but there is no such option. What's so important about the trophy?
My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
That might be the most Byzantium things I've ever heard.
Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
I would prefer not to, but the alternative option is just leave conversation, which leaves me without any clues. And I need them, damn it. Alright, I'll be back with that trophy somehow.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
Alright, wait here. Ah, what a mess. I don't really want to kill anybody, but I doubt that they will willingly give me a trophy just like that. So, that might not be easy. I also thought it might be on a different place, but yeah. Trophy is right here. Well, I think it does look fancy. Warranty. Alright, that at least will lead me through some technical tunnels, but they probably stop those people. Funny enough, nobody cared that somebody well armed went in. It doesn't even count as stealing to take out this thing. So like I need any of this, but still. Oh, that's convenient. This place protected by auto mechanicals. Because of course it's Byzantium after all. Are you kidding me? Well, that's why I'm carrying this helmet. Just like that. I think I repaired everything, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, yeah, seems like it's fine. Flamethrower. Why would they need flamethrower? Whoa, that technician. Technician keycard, yeah. Completed. Scheduled annual sanitation and repair. Musgrave Family Vault. Plant Kindepin scented floor wax. Appraised area in accordance with Byzantium aesthetical standards. Relocated garbage. Installed anti-dissident auto mechanicals in order to ensure moral and civil hygiene. Note: tampering with, altering, or otherwise disabled moral hygiene auto mechanics is strictly prohibited under board regulations. Delivered complimentary mint. And that. He gets shot here and crawl over the wall. Alright. Tons of different trophy and things. Oh, okay, I shouldn't take anything really. It's not my reason to be here. Just curious what's here, but surprisingly there is nothing here standing. That exactly should lead me to the place without killing anyone or anything. That was surprisingly easy. Huh? What's here? Most dangerous game. Sniper rifle. As much as unique, what does bring a whole different meaning to the phrase firing on subordinates? Oh, yeah, for hunting humans, I guess. Well. And nobody noticed, because of course. Actually, most reasonable would be to return through the lift, so nobody would notice. Like this anyway, nobody noticed. Somehow.
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite.
He is so full of Byzantium. Alright. Today is your lucky day, Clarence. I've got your trophy.
My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Amazing place to live then. Why would anybody want to live here then? In any case, I kept my end of the bargain. I expect you to keep yours.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers, Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
So you use statistical analysis to figure out their location? Show me your math.
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
That I already know, but seems like you haven't been able to let go of Project Gorgon either.
Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated.
Yeah, I'm not perceptive enough to say otherwise. So, are these 2 researchers the only other survivors?
As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakesley are the only 2 surviving researchers with high-level clearance. If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I'm afraid it's the only way.
So I need 2 different overrides to lift 1 knockdown. Why is nothing in this colony ever simple?
I know it feels like you're being led on. What is that colorful metaphor commoners use? A wild sprat chase? Remember, this is Spacer's Choice we're talking about. Their security protocols are just as inefficient and frustrating as their manufacturing.
Amazing company to work for. Alright, I've got some questions about these researchers.
I'll tell you what I can.
So, what do I need to know about Marion Blakesley?
Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker. Maybe.
Okay, so I will need to go to Groundbreaker. Are you sure it was sabotage?
Well, with Spacer's Choice equipment, who even knows? Dr. Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully, but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself.
Okay, what about this Jasper Lowe guy? Sounds very familiar, actually.
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Anti-Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus.
Wait a second. Around Olympus? The only place I knew about Anti-Cleo was actually on Terra 2, I think. Oh, then something else. You don't think much of the Jasperno guy?
Our office gave Dr. Lowe and his team every opportunity to develop a drug under perfectly reasonable guidelines and generous deadlines. Dr. Lowe failed to meet our requests and largely succeeded in using our supply of drugs to get himself higher than the mortality rate of a line worker at a Saltuna cannery.
Okay. Okay, before I go, there was one other thing.
Certainly. What's on your mind?
What can you tell me about Project Gorgon?
Let's try to keep it down, shall we? At least pretend we're being discreet? There's not a lot about Project Gorgon I can tell you. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but I closed that chapter in my life. I've moved on.
I promise I'm not looking for any trouble. I just want information.
Look, don't tell anyone I said this. But if there's anything I've learned by living in Byzantium, it's this. If you go looking for the truth, you are looking for trouble. All right. Ask your questions. And then if you don't mind, don't mention Project Gorgon anywhere near me again.
Why did Project Gorgon need an actuary?
Project Gorgon was designed to change the life of every worker on Halcyon. We weren't just building a product, we were trying to build a society. How many workers call Halcyon their home? What do they eat and when? How long do they sleep? How hard do they work? What are their most productive years? When do their organs begin to fail? That's the nature of my work. I study human life in order to determine its value. Jewelers appraise diamonds, and I appraise people.
You must have left Gorgon for a reason. What happened?
It's complicated. I'll be honest, I didn't join Project Gorgon because I wanted to satisfy my intellectual curiosity. I was courting the daughter of a Spacer's Choice family. We were a mathematically congruent match, you see. I had the proofs all written out and everything.
And what exactly went wrong?
Everything. Every project has a margin of failure. We expect setbacks, complications, delays. Project Gorgon experienced a cascade failure. One mistake precipitated another, and another, and another. The labs failed to develop a safe drug. Human Inquiry failed to perform their tests responsibly. An unsafe drug tested on unhealthy subjects by irresponsible supervisors. That's Project Gorgon.
Yeah, that sounds like quite a snappy work, actually. Well, so the project fell apart and yet the subjects became marauders.
Anarchy is not a crime. It is a symptom. The undisciplined workplace secretes anarchy the way our glands secrete enzymes. It's a principle of science. Sabotage came first. The chem lab, Human Inquiry, even my own office. Sabotage broke the discipline of our workplace, leading to confusion, leading to escaped subjects, leading to anarchy.
Maybe the person that made the lockdown right now actually connected to that. And maybe it's one of the workers that tried to sabotage the project to, well, stop production of this shit. At the same time, doesn't make sense to stop me from poking around, because that's most... the only thing I can do is write the truth. And if it's against what he wants, then maybe he's still part of the corporation. And not someone who did sabotage, but hard to say. Well, the stuff are all dead or missing. You're the only one wearing a tracker.
No one appreciates the value of good data. The holistic surveillance device I wear is an invaluable tool, gathering data on all my day-to-day activities. My former colleagues can go into hiding and live in ignorance for all I care. I prefer the self-examined life.
Well... Okay, let's poke him after all. I already got those information. Your hands are in clean, Clarence. You were part of Project Gorgon.
I know. Project Gorgon was a failure of leadership. Leadership to which I belonged. I should have pushed for stricter supervision. We gave the other departments too much freedom and not enough oversight. Spare the rod, spoil the servant.
Alright, I have no more questions. Well, I have the leads, but not the things that I expected, so I need to visit other places. And I have no idea where this Olympus. Does sound familiar, but I don't remember that I've been there. Alright, let's return to Unreliable. Okay, one Groundbreaker. I should have access everywhere there because on good term.
Someone has left a threatening message on your terminal, Captain.
Oh, really?
I was unable to trace its origin. Please make a note of it.
Okay. Let's check the terminal then. Threatening message, really? From error origin not found. What a handsome vessel you have, little weasel. The Unreliable, registered to one Alex Hawthorne. That's not you, isn't it? You stole it from him, just as you intend to steal Gorgon from me. Perhaps I should steal something dear from you in exchange. Your ship, your crew, your life. Fair is fair after all. Okay, the guy can be just maybe leader of the Marauders, like shadow leader of sorts. Let's hack and scan proximate Renee. Proximate Renee by share up this cluster. Okay, problem message origin idea. Transmission Tower Alpha. Huh. I was there. But not sure it will help anyhow. Management Executive. Very high level of access. Can be still ex-leader of this place. Possible. An appreciation for event-to-add grenades by Dahlia Hudson. Is it connected to DLC because they discussed llamas and alpacas? The llama, scientifically referred to as llama glama, is a domesticated herbivore weighing an average some 250 pounds. They're tall, friendly, warm, trusting, and delicious. When frightened by the sound of a passing starship, llamas produce a cry of alarm compared to a stolen engine or a donkey being fed into a wood chipper. Llamas are notably larger than and therefore more superior to a lowly alpaca. The alpaca is a murderous fiend compared to the noble and refined llama. Contrary to popular myth, llamas don't have beaks. Okay, that's funny. But I don't remember the scavenge growing here, but okay. I guess actually some trophies stay in here. I think I remember the symbol. Yeah, that's Iconoclast one. Now that Zoro's in charge, the Iconoclasts have a fighting chance of surviving and spreading from Monarch. Yeah, but so do the colonists in general. Barcard. Farming is the property of Frey. What you must they put to better use in your quarters? Okay, what is this? Purpleberry Puzzle Hedges Completion Certificate. Okay, well yeah, it's funny that some achievements kinda gather in here, but not all of them. Mounted Manticore Head. What better to establish dominance over an alien ecosystem than by hunting its most dangerous predator and mounting heads on your wall? That wasn't the most dangerous one. Not most dangerous at all. But okay. Yes, one on Groundbreaker. Locate Dr. Jasper now and retrieve his means of access to the camp lab on Gorgon. After the collapse of Project Gorgon, Dr. No was rumored to have been traded to a secret Anticleus science facility orbiting Olympus. Jasper No's last recorded place of employ is at an Anticleus facility orbiting the atmosphere of the gas giant Olympus. Travel there to find him. Well, let's travel there. The only place like this here.
We've arrived at the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station.
Good for us. I guess I'm better to sleep. After each arrival, I'm depleted by sleep. So, I better rest and then drink.
Status report. 13 jobs scheduled for area maintenance.
Okay, whatever you say. I need a drink though. Caffeine drink. Caffeine drink. Don't really need caffeine drinks. Do you have anything that is not caffeine? Probably not. Well, okay. Let's lower amount of things here then. Not gonna lie, that doesn't look good and it's very fresh. Somebody's spying on me. And sent someone for him. Oh, it's a mere coincidence. Somebody definitely attacked the place freshly. And shoot plasma left and right. It's not hostile here. Okay, this kitchen. Not on the kitchen. Okay, can I go normally first? This thing's killing everything. Why is it killing everything? Oh, maybe better not to kill them for now. Oh, really? What's going on?
Just breathe, Kelly. Everything's gonna be alright.
Determination. Well, I can just open the door. Why not? Okay. You're standing pretty close to the speaker, you know?
Who's out there?
I'm the captain of my own ship. Open up and I'll get you away from Olympus.
Really? I would be indebted to you for life. But how do I know I can believe you?
Well, I have a very trustworthy face.
I'll have to come out to assess it myself. Hold on. I'm opening the door.
Not the smartest cookie, I suppose.
Let me just catch my breath. I swear my heart's trying to punch its way out of my chest. Law, I'm so lucky you came along. I know it sounds crazy, but a little while back, I'd been gearing myself up to take a long walk off a short turbine platform. Then the security mechanicals broke out into a massacre, and I realized I really want to live.
Understandable.
How can I help you help me get out of here?
Well, first of all, who are you?
I'm Kelly Marine, the receptionist. And before you ask, I wasn't manning the visitor's desk when the mechanicals went haywire, 'cause no one comes here. Not ever. Not since all us station workers were dropped off at the start of the project a year ago.
So for a year ago, they locked here. and had this auto mechanicals working for them, but now they all went crazy, which means somebody could hack it from afar. Somebody who may be chasing me. Well, how do you get your supply then? Did you need to switch out personnel?
Project's on a yearly rotation cycle. Once a year, Anti-Cleo reviews our work and decides if we get more rations, personnel, deadlines, that sort of thing. At first, I thought it was an honor, getting assigned to a lab up in the ether high above Olympus. But I didn't know what it'd be like, day in and day out.
I'm guessing it was boring.
Cabin fever sets in at about 90 days. Anti-Cleo's official term is contagious irritable claustrophobia, and it ain't covered by the company's medical policy.
Well, and was nothing to do about it?
Nothing good if the last year's taught me anything. Isolation like this is supposed to strengthen bonds between workers, isn't it? All I ended up as was the butt of a bunch of jokes. But enough about me. I never did ask why you were here.
Yeah, staying in locked societies can be dangerous, depends on psyche. Although companies should pay attention to actual psyche of workers that are sent in such places. In any case, I'm looking for Dr. Jasper now.
If I had to guess, you'd probably find his body either in his office or the labs. Or heck, he could have been on the toilet. I don't know. No bones about it, he was the smartest of us all. Maybe he evaded the automechs too.
Just talking like everybody's dead except for her. Anything else you can tell me before I go?
Like what?
I don't know, you tell me. Why is everyone dead?
Pink slip protocol.
What? The company decided to terminate the team? Why?
How should I know? I just monitor the front desk. Well, except for the last couple of days when I've been hiding out in here. If you work at Oops, you're doing research and development. If we're not researching or developing fast enough, the protocol's there to put the fear in us. Somebody messed up. When one of us makes a mistake, the whole facility pays for it.
Damn.
I know it sounds harsh, but it was in our contracts and everything.
That's ridiculous. And hold on, this place actually called Oops?
Yep. Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. Anti-Cleo's naming and branding department's the best in Halcyon.
Quite ironic. What's the purpose of this facility? What are you making?
I'm not making anything. The research team, they were brewing up some improvement to Anti-Cleo's anthracillin. Science stuff isn't really my area, though, so I don't know more than that.
Okay, I've got a ship. Need a lift out of here?
Do I ever? Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your hair in no time.
No problem. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll just hide in a crate or something. You won't even know I was there. Here, this is my official laboratory headgear. I won't be needing it anymore, so it's all yours.
Thanks, I guess. Alright. I guess nobody needs anything here. Take all the rest. Well, that's a possibility. Then I don't have a reason to spare these auto mechanicals as well. I don't care about corporation. Especially the ones that decide to terminate all the people inside this facility. Damn it. But there are quite a lot of auto mechanicals here, not gonna lie. That's too many of them at once. Yeah, the shotgun is pretty good versus robots. Exactly the reason why I'm carrying it. Although it was very helpful versus some creatures as well. Pretty universal one. But shock modification definitely make it more effective versus robots. No snipes, pink snipes. Amazing. It's like a reminder, if you tell anybody about this place, you're dead. Amazing. I need a little bit of lockpicking higher. I mean, still can open it. Oh, that's what she gave me. What is this? Extra headshot works but damage plus 25%. Actually may be reasonable to try, because it doesn't feel like armor saved me, because armor in this game, as far as I understand, works exactly like -2 damage. So at the beginning it was very effective, because you could have like 20 armor, and if enemy rifle is doing 25 damage, you take instead of 25 damage, you take in 5 damage, which is against your few hundreds of HP, was very helpful. But now currently, the HP pool is bloated by a leveling system drastically. It's 8000, which is ridiculous. And I'm still banned from couple shots usually, which means armor cannot really protect me anymore. If I understand correctly how it works, so I actually could use something like this maybe. Because this thing actually gives a nice additional bonus. Like a microscope but strapped to your face. Good for seeing things you really wish you hadn't. That could give me a bonus headshot damage, which is surely a good thing. It also will increase headshot to my head. But if they're doing thousands of damage, 100 less armor will not do anything to it anyway. It's something to try. If I'll die from sudden one shot, then maybe I don't understand formula correctly. But I think it's quite simple here. Olympus Orbital Station keycard. It might be helpful to open some things. Password disabled. No, this password input disabled. Too many failed password attempts. Interesting, somebody tried to use it. Last login. Perfectly recall when the numbers and letters were swimming around on the page. At the time, doesn't help with horse fucking shit passwords. Okay, incoming messages. From Mora. Subject lost in lethal. To lead chemist Dr. Jasper Lowe. Wait a second, does it mean that it's his terminal? It should be his office then, if he got this message. Let's see. Monte Claus Corporate Headquarters. Chief Efficiency Inspector Dr. Nero Mora. I lost a little warning. Pink Snake Protocol will be coming. Progress report. Advisory notice to the lead chemist at the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. No satisfactory results have been submitted in 11 months. Percent to close 59 PSP something. If a measurable and material proof of progress are not approved within 31 days, station personnel may be found to be in dereliction of duty, and the result could be prematurely terminated. Monte Cleo's Corporate Headquarters Special Committee for Auditing and Management. Who cares about your house more than Monte Cleo? Nobody. Surely. Postscript. Jess, my darling genius. As you are likely now well aware, I must humbly regret to inform you that my exhaustive efforts to protect that beautiful, oversized brain of yours, and consequently its nefarious agenda, are in fact failing faster than your rumored last project on Gorgon. I repeat, the corporate hounds are under your dodgy scent and made them thirst and bay for blood. If I cannot supply the executive floors with tangible, undoctored results, And soon, I am heartbroken to report that Pinksley Protocol will be initiated by majority vote, and the project will be scrambled, wholly and completely. I trust you understand the full weight of what that means. One candidate project is an embarrassment of epic proportions. Twice is unforgivable. Please, 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 I'm begging on bended knee, send me a working prototype. At this stage, even a fatally flawed one will do. Save yourself and your luck gods before this reflects poorly on my permanent record. Eternally yours, at least until the next failed delivery milestone. Your Chief Efficiency Inspector, Dr. Mora. Well, as much as this corporation sucks, this Mora actually tried to, well, warn and help to this guy. Didn't work out. So he failed actually to send anything, which is weird. Even absolutely broken one could do, but he still didn't send it for whatever reason. Yeah, that's weird. It's kind of weird. Maybe I just don't understand why people didn't leave the place. Like, if you know that this thing will come in 31 days, if you fail to do the thing like some days before, you should then leave this place at the very least, to sabotage this robots or take your guns or anything. You shouldn't just walk around and just die. It more looks like the person wasn't warned. Why it wasn't warned? That's a good question. Because this moron of a doctor didn't do a thing. Let's see, outgoing messages. Tomorrow. Nora Mora, by once Darren, as you are likely now well aware, I don't want you to beg. I don't want you on bended knee. I don't want anything except to feed this infernal, indefensible, insatiable need. I am so close, so very nearly on the cusp of salvation. Then and only then will I send you that blasted Anthracene Plus. A ludicrously simple modification I could formulate in my sleep. Were I ever able to sleep. No longer yours, no longer anyone's, but that elusive and fleeting embrace of chemical virtuosity. With regret, Jasper. You understand, do you know, Darren? From the very first test, from that first accurate step, every pass, every infinitely random dice roll of emerging cosmic roads was leading us to the same destiny. That's a very weird answer. Was he heavily high or what? Okay, drafts. Draft 2, scum subject went into not send. What's going on? Pinksley Protocol. Really? You hullheads went there? Never would I have thought you'd stoop so low, or more accurately be so moronic as to cut off your own noses to spite your faces. True, the project was delayed, but we all know I would have delivered more than adequate results eventually, once I'd ascended to the highest peak of my genius. We were less than months away. Not that I'd expect a pea-brained layman to understand. Nor is wasted on you not. I'm wasted on you not. And might I just add, though I might have invited you to do your worst, you did try your best, but I am still alive. Nevertheless, I do go on, and I never ever forget. Payback will be swift, oh yes. I scarcely think you'll see it coming. Just as soon as I perfect my formula and can focus on other matters, then you will rue the day you Pinksley, the great Jasper know. Buffoons. Eternally misunderstood and undervalued, and still misappropriating your precious company resources. The employee, formerly so known as Dr. Jasper No. Well, so that he wrote after the Pinksley Protocol, and this idiot didn't warn others and was so self-confident. Damn moron. Okay, I can send a message, wow. But no, not much reason. Return to rent. See. Yeah, he could went through this hall. Or something else. Oh, I just need access at the very least. Finding this idiot also would be not too bad. Yeah, now I need to keep this thing on me. Otherwise I can't open anything. properly. Yeah, return at the beginning. Okay. He should be somewhere alive then. I have some questions to ask him for sure. Nike still need access. It looks like the guy from Byzantium was correct. This idiot actually led to everybody's demise. Because he didn't really deliver anything. At the same time was fully incompetent. And very arrogant. So many scientists dead. What a damn shame. The death terminal. Enter the Clean Plus team. Welcome to the project. What is Anthracycline Plus? Anthracycline Plus means flavor. Works on humans plus canids. Just added the plus sign to the name. As you can see, Brandon is still working on the kinks. But luckily, we've plenty of time to finish the formula before they finalize the packaging and slogans. Now, let's get to work brewing a bigger, better version of Anthracycline. Reminder, friends, don't let friends self-test their concoctions. I can disable the mechanicals. Why not? Why didn't they hack it? So much for scientism. The hostility protocols for all orbital stations of the mechanical scientist laboratory are currently disabled. Yeah. Project update. Notice effective immediately. Team, we are temporarily redirecting our efforts to perfecting Dr. No's proprietary sky-high mix. Why? Which maximizes genius and productivity. After sampling Dr. No's sky-high mix, the team agrees that this will enable us to reach our original project goals better in the long run and so worth a momentary detour. Okay, so instead of developing what they were meant to develop, they develop some kind of drug that they shoved in themselves. And that supposedly should help them to develop the main thing. But instead I suppose they became so high that they couldn't do productive work at all. That's maybe the reason. Even if original idea maybe not the worst one, like to develop some booster of intelligence. Although they already had all the time, that's kind of weird, but okay. Project data. Meeting notes. A note on today's meeting notes. This record is abbreviated due to an unscheduled chemical leak that permeated the meeting room. The resultant in immediate inhalation of noxious gases caused double vision, hallucinations, and uncontrollable sense of giddiness and projectile vomiting. Side effects occurred in all meetings participants. As such, we cut the time block down to 1 hour from the standard 2-hour review. So they vomited for 1 hour on each other. Amazing. Meeting notes. Dr. Lowe, where's the devil with Sullivan? I told the numbskull if he missed one more staff meeting. He couldn't make it, Doctor. He caught his hand in the specimen splicer again. Oh, you mean his remaining hand? Not anymore. Snickering. What about that? I heard something. Nothing. No, I'm sure it sounded like a... Perhaps it was your imagination, Doctor. Right. When isn't it, Jasper? When isn't it? At any rate, he'll require replacement. For his hands? Don't be asinine. For his productivity, we can't risk falling behind. Not now, not when I am at long last on the cusp of the breakthrough. You balance the mixture then? Marvelous, Doctor. Whisper the ends. Bootlegger. Nodded to Dr. No. I'll have Cal put in a request for a personal transfer. If we're very lucky, we could get a new body with a supply drop coming next month. Elsewise, we'll have to wait a year. No, this is unacceptable. I distinctly smell A hidden sound seeped through the winds. Coffin. What imbecile scheduled the test and release on this time block? The room is allocated for soft testing on Thursday only. Okay, mess up laughing. I don't... Vomiting? I don't need to know. Okay. Taste and data. Sky High Mix Test Concoction 9B. Administrated to Raptidons. Raptidon exploded. Administrated lower dosage. Raptidon exploded but more slowly. Amazing thing. This track make Raptidons explode. Actually could be good self-defense weapon. You just spread the gas and all the attacking Raptidons just explode. Sky High Mix. Test Concoction 9C. Administered single drop to south. Walk on the turbine platform, naked, drenched, and holding a handful of severed spread tails. Okay, that actually make high. Version 10. Misplaced calculations. Version 10A+. Edit mint flavoring tested on Canid. Breath markedly improved. Canid explode. I was just made amazing thing and they should report it. The company would love things that just explode all the creatures. You can make a weapon that shooting darts with this liquid and perfect for hunting, for like defense and settlements, etc. Like you can kill all the living fauna just by shooting this stuff and exploding them. Also, question of how much it does to humans, probably quite little as well. So, some kind of syringe weapon, you can make a hit out of it. Company surely would find the usage for it. The CDS just didn't send it. Progress report. Milestone 1 met, second met, others not met. Milestone 12 in progress. Oh yeah. Well, they didn't succeed at all. But they actually made some other thing. It could be useful for corporation. When they were smart enough to use this opportunity. Okay, there are some other clues.
One team is a tragedy, two teams is a blunder.
This idiot is here.
Shush. No talking. Concentrating. Damn it! I almost had it. The formula was in my mind and I almost had it. I was so close to a breakthrough, I could practically taste it. You really did pick the worst time to manifest.
Alright, you're rambling.
Am I rambling? That's somewhat concerning, but not necessarily unexpected. Logorrhea is a well-documented side effect of withdrawal. Oh, hang on. I see what's happening. You're real. Ergo, not a hallucination. This is interesting. I have several questions for you. Let's start with the obvious. Who are you, and how are you even alive?
No, I already know everything that happens pretty much. Let's skip the introductions. I need access to Chem Lab.
No, you don't. There's nothing interesting in the Chem Lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all. Gorgon is a featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The Chem Lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead.
Sounds very familiar. Somebody has been warning me to stay off Gorgon.
Well, it wasn't me. I've been stuck in this place for ages. In any case, it's becoming obvious you're not listening to sensible warnings. If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want. The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
This idiot want to continue to work here. Your colleagues are dead, Jasper. Don't you think it's time to quit?
Not that it's any of your business, but I don't get to quit. My colleagues are dead, and yet I live. So I don't get to quit. Take the elevator to the storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want.
Alright. On the other hand... Oh yeah, I can ask questions later. Okay. So this idiot actually want to continue to work on the project for whatever reason. Oh, whatever make him fancy, huh? Isn't his personal heaven or hell or whatever that is. If you wanna stay here, he can stay here. But he definitely showing tons of stimulants in himself. Some Dr. Low stuff, by the way, yeah, I'm seeing this, looks unusual. Dr. Low Sky High Mix. A small dose of highly potent caffeinoid. It will reduce the cost of actions during TTD by 80% for the duration. But TTD drain rate for actions is minus 80%. Oh, no, that's exactly the effect, last 15 seconds. So surprisingly no downsides then. Keep away from small children as they're having trouble concentrating on their homework. So he actually made something that could be useful. Just didn't send it any further. Oh, also the mechanics should be friendly now. That's going quite high. Alright. Looks fancy. Oof. I'm not sure how safe it is. I don't like this place. Whoa. Okay. Well, logical the mechanics should be friendly, yeah? Should they? No, he is not friendly. He's not friendly at all. Damn you! Woohoo! And here I thought I disabled all of them. Did I not? This one seems to be tough. Okay, I thought they disabled all of them. Seems like not. This kinda looks like a spaceship. Something. Whoa! That's actually deadly. I get the minigun. That would be not bad actually. Doesn't seem like it. Probably there are no enemies left here. Okay, what's on top? I guess this is the thing. This one powered on. I suspect that I need to activate multiple ones. Actually, I can use this terminal to disable them all. Diagnosis. Maximum turbines, maintenance required. I guess I still need to do maintenance. Both central terminals. Shock and hyper. Oh, this thing is electro flamethrower, pretty much. That's some random big chunk of money. Nothing I can do here. Yeah, Zoe used the sky high mix. The whole laboratory was high. Yeah, that doesn't look like this. Oh, there is a terminal here. Welcome, user. Junior electrical technician number 9. Set terrorists to target auto mechanicals. Detect security turrets. Okay, boss works. Security diagnostics. Has the protocols disabled? No security turrets. On the turrets, not not mechanicals themselves. So mechanicals stay hostile. Might be dangerous. He already dead. Like this. This terminal is broken. Now both of them work. Now I can launch the center one. Activate the electromechanical turbine. Guess now it's fine. This mad scientist can continue to be high and work here until he will die. Or maybe he will make something unique, who knows. I don't really care. This guy kinda deserves the worst, the way he behaved. Because he failed so many people. At the same time, not much reason to kill him really. And in case if he'll escape the place, he'll be a wanted person.
The facility's back on the grid and my pipes again floweth with the sweet, sweet essence of my salvation.
You mean drugs?
I suppose I have you to thank for realigning the machine. Of course, Jasper, you imbecile.
Yeah, Jasper, you imbecile. Alright, it's done. Now get me inside the chem lab.
You'll need my voice to get into the chem lab. I'm obviously not coming with you, so I'm giving you a recording of my dulcet speech. This recording should get you into the chem lab. I hope whatever you're after is worth the trauma. I wouldn't go back there if I was higher than the mercury levels in a can of salt tuna. Wait, take my gun while you're at it. If you end up dying on Gorgon, there's a non-zero chance I'll feel partially responsible. Neither of us want that.
I doubt that his gun's anyhow good for that, but okay. I could give him a Adrenotide. Nah, let him be. I need help with security in chem lab. You know that place better than anyone.
Die, perhaps? Automechanical sentries are generally programmed to ignore corpses. I don't like the idea of going back to that place, to that life. Yes, I know it's not me risking my throat gallivanting around Gorgon. It's you, for whatever madcap reasons you've got. I've helped you once, and I don't feel great about it. I made a clean break from Gorgon, and now it feels like you're asking me to tether myself back to that place.
Well, it doesn't matter, I can deal with robots. Never mind.
If you'll excuse me, my experiments cry out for my attention.
Whatever makes you fancy. I should go. Couldn't find those information there. I don't need anything from this yet. I just need access and I haven't. Because whatever will tell me probably will be nice, and he will just tell me how amazing he was. Nobody listened to him. Salto mechanicals should investigate. No, they are not. Why they're not? This drone's not so dangerous anyway. No drinks. What is this place? I kinda missed it. And what's the gun he gave me? Employees' benefits on the clear. This experimental device was created to keep employees on their feet, regardless of how much pain or exhaustion they may be experiencing. As all good workers know, unconsciousness is just another word to wage theft. Whatever that does. Hi, Quasar Dragon. Well, okay. So what can I do about that? Let's see how it works. Okay. It's not charging or anything, just... I'm not entirely sure what it does though. Did some energy damage, I guess, in very, very, very close range. Experimental device was created to keep employees on their feet. So it's pretty much shocking device. It just shocks a bit or something, though it's not shocking its plasma. That's very weird one. If I will use scientific gun, that will be this one. Engineering +5. This is the only scientific weapon that I can accept. Because it can do this. Yeah, it's some scientific damage. Looking of which, next level up I should take perks for scientific weapons. Could this weapon actually have potential? Making noises everywhere. I don't see him. Damn. Oh yeah. For a moment I thought it's always covered in blood, but no, it's just red paint. Even if the whole place is still covered with blood because of the salty mechanicals. Then this thing. Thinks the protocol is currently in effect. Disable center has center. Okay, so it works only for one room. That's how it works, I suppose. The Hostility protocol for the mechanical sentry assigned to the command deck is currently disabled. Please ensure all human resources have been properly disposed of in outer class by recycle containment units. A team shall arrive to close down the lab and recycle functioning equipment within the next 90 days. So you have 90 days to do something, then he will be disposed of. Okay. I'm not interested in the rest. Well, I guess he understands what he's doing, or maybe not actually. He's high, but not because of drug, because of himself. He's so self-esteemed and arrogant and self-confident. And his, I don't know, intelligence, intellect, whatever. So many things here. Looting non-stop at everything everywhere and still finding more. Unlocked. A protective monocle. Persuasion +5. It's fine that you look more persuasive when you're equipped like a scientist. But in this case, I need to persuade the box. For that I need this helmet. No, it's an elevator. Okay. And again I need to raise not picking, because now thanks the 115 of lock period. Always need very high level. Oh, curious. How pistol will be. Pistol is actually decently effective.
Investigating.
I tried to shoot into the vulnerable spot. Maybe it worked, maybe not, hard to say. Pistol also works fine. This pistol works fine versus everything. Precision spectrum. And here I thought that I already cleared the place, but no, this place is actually much bigger than I thought. It is the spec that I actually mostly returned. Because on top should be the kitchen. Yeah. Just a little bit not enough. Just a little bit. Literally the 1 point is not enough. Quite a shame. When was all the buffs? That should be kitchen. Oh, locals don't need anything because there is no locals left except for one. idea what a dimensional pocket can hold all these items. What it is, what it is. That's so many things. 2000s. As all good works. No, cash is just another word for wage theft. Yeah, that should... I don't know, this is so weird. This maybe doing... No, it's not even doing high DPS according to information. In any case, close range weapon is a suicide when you die for a couple of shots. You better not use anything that is close range. Not on this difficulty, that's for sure. And I guess not my style. This one I can keep for now. Technically I can even equip it. The character looks weird, especially hair. Feels like they heavily, I don't know, pixelated. If they shouldn't be. Doing creation character, I didn't see this. I guess because heavily outzoom just lower details. Oh yeah, she's actually here.
Your ship's real nice. I do hope the name's ironic, though.
Yeah, it kinda is. By the way, what about improving the weapon? Yeah, scientific weapon tinkering. It still costs not much and can boost damage. Because it should only lose 5 rockets. 6 rockets, I don't remember. Each of them doing that damage, which is in summary more than thousands of damage. Not that accurate, but have AoE, I guess, from each shot, so it's not bad. And technically it can be improved way further. Which will just cost too much. But that I can spend to feed you pretty much. Alright, let's fly to Groundbreaker and deliver the scientist girl. And also I need to get access from it. Auxiliary maintenance bay. That's maybe the one to deliver, not the girl, but to get the information. And the interest to him up, I already found it. The testing supervisor at Human Inquiry and Auditing was one Dr. Marion Blakesley. Blakesley appears to have returned to his secluded maintenance bay aboard the Groundbreaker. Blakesley makes your residence somewhere in the rear bay of the Groundbreaker's vessel. You'll have to begin your search there. I didn't know even that you can dock anywhere else on the Groundbreaker. I mean, it's a huge ship, but still. Not sure that this place also counts for delivering the girl, but
an
we'll see.
unknown vessel is approaching our ship. Their intentions are currently indeterminate.
They're probably not good.
Once I deduce their intentions, I will play one of 2 audio signals. A cheerful fanfare if they are friendly, alarms if they are hostile.
Okay.
Their intentions are no longer unknown.
Are we under attack?
At precisely this moment, Captain? No. Within the next 60 to 90 seconds? Yes.
Amazing.
The unknown vessel has deployed a boarding mechanism. They will attach themselves to our airlock and attempt boarding shortly.
My.
That sound indicates that a boarding mechanism has successfully attached to our airlock. Captain, I am pleased to inform you that we are currently in the process of being boarded.
Thank you, Ada. Well, you're not supposed to be pleased to tell me we're being aborted, Ada.
I have been programmed to simulate joy and excitement at the opportunity to test my limited defensive capabilities.
Oh, you have defensive
Captain
capabilities?
Hawthorne installed a lethal shock trap on our airlock in the event of an invasion. I am prepared to deploy this trap at a moment's notice.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. But who are these people and what do they want, really?
The invading ship appears to be a decommissioned storage vessel. The crew are either pirates or freelancers. My opinion of their competence is low.
Pirate mercs, then. How did they find us?
Their ship is using a tracking device too sophisticated for their primitive astrogator. I conclude they are receiving outside assistance.
Possible.
If you prefer to make an escape, I can disable their boarding mechanism. However, as long as that tracking device remains on board their ship, they will be able to find us again.
No, better to deal with this shitters once and for all. Well, I will go and deal with them myself then.
Understood, Captain. I will be deploying the Unreliable's lethal deterrence system. Please approach the airlock and enjoy the show.
Alright. I might will need to shove something more in myself. Hopefully the crew will not die in this process. I need more drinks, pretty much. Yeah. Caffeine drink, okay. Just didn't have chance to sleep. As I planned to do when I will arrive here. But... damn, I'm just living on caffeinates.
Now initiated. More working protocol.
Good that this guy is equipped at least. I hear some scream.
She do that again?
I don't know.
I've been on the other side of a boarding dock enough to recognize amateurs.
Okay.
I must say that there's been nary a dull moment since signing on with this crew.
Got my head in the game, boss. Maybe we can talk when we're done here?
Maybe. What about you? Oh, he's just cleaning everything.
Deploying lethal measures. Targets, bacteria, viruses, and human scum.
Good job, Sam. Who's a good robot? Who's a good robot? Alright, let's check what's going on. I don't need to take them with me. They better defend the ship. Oof. Good job, Ada. Good job. That looks appropriate, I would say.
Looks like our opponent knows how to play defense.
Isn't it sublight symbol? Crew. Charged ordnance control armor. That doesn't tell me much. Not entirely sure who they are, but they all have the same uniform. Why that count as stealing? They literally boarded me right now. And they have cannons.
What was that?
Don't you dare. Let me get... Now they're both dead. Get some card. I can freely shoot freebooter. So freelancer after all. Or not. Can I just unshow the thing? I know the ship will be screwed without it. But why all this count is still? It doesn't make sense. I mean, anyone can take it, yeah. But still, just weird. This is buried. Coach Stillis Colonel's unlock. Yeah, I get a card from them, but that doesn't seem to work. I guess I need to talk. That's not so helpful. Look at this. Center saber. Let's make things a bit more complicated. Okay, let's look around. Whatever, I'm taking everything's compensation. Even if they would try to apologize. Oh yeah, that looks like a way. I don't suppose they want to talk to me.
What was that?
What was that?
Did I hear something?
Easy breezy. And get level up. Alright. But no perks this time, damn it. Okay, this I can increase lockpicking. Because I constantly need higher lockpicking. This is ridiculous, but it is what it is. Handguns, I would say fine. Critical hits actually hit nothing, that's a bit too much. It's already fine. Okay, let's just show everything lockpicking. But I probably need to improve my persuasion on the skills already. What to say? Freebooters first back. Oh yeah, that was their leader. They're literally amateurs. Damn, this ship is a mess. Surprisingly, quite big one. Quite big mess. Well, I can repair everything later, but what it is? Plasma rifle 3. And the one that I already used. Vermin 3, that what would be amazing. That's a for no luck. So I'm using this hand cannon variant. Oh yeah. There should be some information on what's going on. Oh, it's funny that it actually shows the character's position. It actually shows like a camera. That's cool. Corpses lying in their positions. Okay, here should be some information. Who hired them? The messages from error. From error unknown sender. Contract. The target is unreliable. A small, inconsequential ship with no significant defenses. Freelancer owned and operated, captained by a 2-bit smuggler who goes by Alex Hawthorne. Intercept the unreliable. Eliminate Hawthorne and any crew in your way. I've sent you in advance unknown with the tracking device for your astrogator. How convenient. Somebody's spying on me from the start. Seems like. Okay, what about the Firefly Company office? To the freebooters, team coach, and all his or her replacement. The Firefly Company is currently experiencing an exciting period of growth and change. We are happy to announce that 3 different companies, including but not limited to Spacer's Choice, are currently in the process of negotiating for ownership of Firefly Company's properties. As part of these negotiations, Firefly Company has agreed to dissolve its freebooters Tossball property, so as not to change, compete with, undermine, or in any way disrespect the Tossball teams owned and deployed by any company interested in acquiring us. We are pleased to inform you that the Firefly Company has formally renounced its ownership of the Freebooters Tossball brand and all related properties. Furthermore, please be informed that all Tossball related positions, including but not limited to players, coaches, maintenance, automechanical units and laborers, are now formally dissolved. Please be reminded that your lifetime indenturement contracts have not been dissolved. Labor and services remains the sole property of Firefly Company into perpetuity. Please be reminded that offering your services to a competitor is strictly contrary to colonial law and may be punishable with arrest, imprisonment, mandatory education, and a surprise audit. Furthermore, any independent contract work, also known as freelancing, is strictly contrary to the terms of your lifetime indenturement contract. Your position have been discontinued as a receipt of this message. So the company pretty much just booted them out, but not allowing them to do anything. Amazing. Guess that's why they still went into this freelancing. Well, hard to blame them, but still they shouldn't take such contract. Notices and follow instructions. Team, there is a time for improvisation and a time for following instructions. Understanding the difference is more of an art than a science. If you find yourself thinking up a creative solution to a problem, ask yourself, what are some of the consequences of my solution, Am I behaving in a way consistent with the values of the freebooters? Let me give you a practical example. Say I ask one of you to repair the piping in my lavatory. I understand we've got a bit of a part shortage here in Hanson, so you might try to improvise, using a plasma rifle instead of a welding torch for example, or tossball sticks instead of chisels. These are all terrible ideas. Why, you ask? If you think about it, the answer will be as obvious as the hole in my lavatory wall. Don't be sorry, be better, coach. Actually, he wasn't that bad of a coach, probably. On practice. Team. Practice is important. The best tossball players devote every waking moment to the study of their craft. Scripture tells us our lives are defined by our role in society. Our role is to play tossball. We are never off the field because we never stop being tossball players. Some of you took this advice to heart. You practice on your pitch and you swing in the comments. I don't have to remind you all of the incident involving a tossball and my entire case of Spectrum Red. Now, I understand you're all eager to play. We haven't had a lot of matches since corporates scuppered the team, but today I had to pry a tossball out of a shattered terminal. The terminal could have been our astrogator, and then I would have to space the party responsible in accordance with team regulations. Please, don't force me into a position where I have to decide upon you. I expect you all to behave in a manner consistent with freebooters' manuals, which includes only destroying equipment while on board on enemy's ship. So they're doing it for a while, I suppose. Well, sucks to be them, they all dead. That's what it is. Wait a second. I forgot to hack the main thing. Written message. Notice of discontinuing. Dear Zero and Madam, this is an automated message. Please be informed that the following services, amenities, and product provided by Firefly Company have been discontinued and not decommissioned. The Firefly Freebooters Tossball team and all properties related therein, and all Firefly Company storage and transport ships in development of currently are space-worthy, and all maintenance and repair services provided by Firefly Company's vehicles, and all rations, medical rights, company uniforms, and designated domicile belong to Firefly Company. Please be informed that captaining or discontinued ship is strictly contrary to regulation, and may be punishable with any or all of the following: punitive fees, mandatory re-education, imprisonment. Firefly Company will not provide relocation or employment assistance for any discontinued workers. Well, this company at least didn't exterminate all their workers, at least. That's something in this world. Better than nothing, I would say. I know this is buried, that's why I wanted to open it. Okay, they don't need any of this anymore. Okay, I pretty much looted everything, but not everything, it seems like. The ship is quite big, actually. Bigger than mine. The Reliable, not that big of a ship, really. My. But they don't have individual rooms. Like a Bradford. What the hell is this? That's something heavily unusual. Whatever that is. Doesn't come with quest? No, it comes with trash. Well-preserved food of an adult spread. For the superstitious among us, carrying unlucky spread food means bad events will pass you by. Of course, I didn't pass by that spread, did it? That is true. So yeah, it's ex-tossball players pretty much, and their coach. And they start doing renouncing pretty much, but they also took quite nasty contract on my head. Which they shouldn't. Grenade Launcher 3. Well, still not Heavy Machine Gun 3. But because exists a Grenade Launcher 3, I would assume that Heavy Machine Gun also should exist. But there is also Light Machine Gun 3, but so far I didn't encounter Heavy Machine Gun 3. That would be really nice to find. Okay, I think I'm done with everything here. I looted everything I could. Alright.
I've been on the other side of a boarding dock enough to recognize amateurs.
Welcome back, Captain. I understand you have resolved your differences with our former boarding party. Are you ready to depart?
Yes, let's get going.
Understood, Captain. Resuming our course.
Yeah, there's somebody ready to pay a lot of money for my head for whatever reason. I wonder why. It's probably a corporation trying to cover the secret, because I don't see any other motivation for that. If originally I wasn't sure, no. It's either ex-worker of company or current worker of company. There's no reason for anyone else to do it. Okay. Need to break down all this trash. Second versions. Everything repaired. Perfect. Okay, and now I can actually get some rest before going.
Do return in one piece, Captain.
I certainly will try. So, Blackstone makes a residence somewhere in the rear bay of the groundbreaker vessel. You have to begin a search there. That's fine. She should have the last key I need. And then I can return back to Gorgon. Looks darken. Stay out. Defend the place. Might be stuff with marauders, but hard to say. Nope, danger. Oh, at least that attached all the things here. Hey, your friend.
Hey, you over here.
Gardener.
Chat. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's Riz. Oh, fucking damn it! Every time. So, hey, you trespass, and I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal.
I could say the same. Hang on. What were you starting to say back there?
Nothing. Never mind.
Does Ritus know you're butchering their slogan?
What, you gonna report me? I don't work for them no more. I'm with the gardeners now.
Whatever I say.
All of us kept the peace for the corpse once, but we got tired of being used.
Okay, and who are the gardeners?
Yeah, we're the gardeners. We keep order back here on these dangerous streets. Hallways. You know what I mean. Anyway, Blakesley's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in.
So Black said they later.
I like to, extrapolate from there.
Does Junlei know you're down here even?
We ain't subversives. We're gainfully employed. This is a private contract.
Oh really? Interesting.
Miss Junlei can't get too mad if we rough up some trespassers. Especially if I was nice enough to warn him first.
So she is summoned fine with them. Then I shouldn't kill them on sight if they will let me go. Come on, surely we can come to terms.
This deal with Blakesley's pretty sweet. We get paid and we get fresh greens every week. My gums never looked healthier.
Hmm. Well, what if I will tell you that I've come all this way to meet my mother?
Wait, you serious? You, don't look much alike.
What do you mean? You sound just like her.
Look, we won't give you trouble, but I can't say the same about Blakesley. She's got some crazy setup in there, so if you get shot, don't come complaining to me.
Alright. Oh, if the captain of Groundbreakers finds them, I shouldn't shoot them on sight. They don't have a contract. Don't look like typical criminals. Even as they partly maybe are. Okay. Need to find this black slave.
You gonna shoot or what?
Jim let you through?
Wait, you'll see how a Spacer's Choice cadet takes care of, I think it's jammed.
Wow. Impressive.
What's going on?
Jim let you through? Wonder how the old squad...
Maybe if I'm big, they'll let me back.
Okay. Okay. I guess it's somewhat deeper.
This must be a step up from Force Back.
They actually have fresh greens here. What is this? There's a local idiots. Here's a weekly shipment. Please note the additional allotment of protein cakes. Could I convince you and your colleagues to fill out a brief questionnaire regarding your eating patterns? In the meantime, do try to cut down on all the sugary drinks. Looks like the blacks they actually carried to their house, surprisingly enough. And seems like they... Fine.
I thought I made myself clear. Wait, what's with this camera? Hello? Damn it. Look, I get it. Some people need things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the auto mechanicals can explain.
There is a broken auto mechanical there. Many of them. What's going on? Broken mechanical centers. Quite weird. And making noises. There are some other drones. They most likely will not be friendly to me. Huh? Looks like somewhat advanced shop. At the same time, yeah. Don't say anything extraordinary. Everything on key 3. But no heavy machine gun on us. That doesn't help. There's a terminal here. Maybe disable these mechanicals that left. Doesn't seem like it. Oh, maybe there is one. Warrant security systems offline. You have now been unprotected for 0 days. Somebody just disable it. Motorcycle initiated. Maintenance logs. Entry 1. Memory allocations exceeded. Archived data expunged. Retrieving recent entries. The water supply remains steady, but the power fluctuations are doing a number on the auto mechanicals. Easy fix. Auto time in the world. Get at the auto mechanics for non-essential components. Minor gains in power efficiency due to decreased weight. Waterproofing materials compromised. Human error. Strange log. Interesting. Experimental notes. Group C. Herefore referred to as Clarice, continues to demonstrate increasing growth and development relative to both the original and control strains. However, general mass and caloric content has not increased significantly compared to its predecessor, Horace. This suggests a limit in our ability to mitigate poor nutrient uptake with multi-pillar mulch. Personal note, Martin's getting a little big for the terrarium. A few more days and he goes into the processor. Okay. What was I doing here? Yeah, that's all unreadable. No, I'm afraid we need to fight some automechanicals, although the girl on this corridor. About that one. Burned. Well, not much you can do with burn things. Are you friendly? This seems glitching.
Sweeping the area. Unauthorized person.
Whatever you say. Yeah, the mechanicals definitely became active. Is it Horace? Does it took out the record?
Log.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows? Subject number? Well, let's call him Percy. Percy here has discovered the secret to success. He has lifted the veil and found the pattern. He wakes up, he listens for that bell 3 times a day. Food rains from the sky. He eats, he waits. Life is easy. But the second your molt comes in, pal...
Okay. Wonder why these experiments, but yeah. She definitely succeeded with growing all the stuff like this. Actually, could be quite fancy to have such things at home. To grow such glowing terrain, but should be damn expensive. Because it's possible to make auto systems that will spread enough liquid, spray water, etc. But yeah, could be fancy. If one day I will become anyhow person with some money, maybe something like this to make. Oh, a fancy variant, but still. Actually, I shouldn't take anything. She doesn't seem like a bad person so far. What I found. At least I didn't find anything bad or compromising. No, the mechanical small growing things.
System hit. Performing an area sweep. Worker, prepare to be penalized for your unauthorized action.
I don't want to be penalized. No thanks. Yeah, they're growing some stuff. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happens?
Sweeping the area.
Some of them, for whatever reason, tougher than others. Or maybe just more lucky shot sometimes, hard to say. Yeah, don't see anything special here. No. Maybe that's the reason why the captain is fine with her here. She making maybe this food for everyone here. And that part of independence of the ship, which is apparently quite important for them. Whoa. That's some golden cage kind of thing.
So who the fuck? Oh, wait, hang on, I can't hear a damn thing.
Yes, it's very loud.
Just gonna shut this thing off.
Thank you.
Right. Marion Blakesley, what can I do for you, Miss Home Invasion?
Okay, she looks like a reasonable person. Credentials on behalf of space choice. Ah, that's quite hilarious. Well, let's go straight. I need to get into the HA facility on Gorgon.
Spacer's Choice send you? Took your sweet time. Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are.
What a surprise. Well, I tracked down... No, better not tell. So what happens on that asteroid?
I really didn't expect today to go this way. Shit. I should have brought another pack of smokes. The Gorgon project gave us Adrena time in the end, but that's just the Bo Spacer's Choice stuck on the whole mess. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas, samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA and HIA ran the tests again and again and again. And what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies.
So what was your part in all this?
Testing supervisor. I designed the initial testing regimens, managed the staff, made sense of the test results. Tried to anyway. People are complicated, and I don't just mean the test subjects. Try and avoid working with people if you can. It always gets messy.
Well, I guess that's why I work alone.
Yeah. Important lesson right there.
So, human auditing.
You met the gardeners. They're nothing but overgrown canids, but people love their fancy names. We were looking for a game changer, something to better the colony. It felt important, worth a few sacrifices. Spacer's Choice. They wanted to sell that change for as many bits as they could. None of us got what we wanted.
So what was Spacer's Choice testing for?
You've heard the adverts, right? Work day and night, still feel refreshed the next morning. Now, what we tested for was dexterity, efficiency, compliance. The traits of a good employee. Numbers never came out right. I could have pumped gallons of those chemicals into every living soul in this colony. Wouldn't have changed that. What we got was marauders.
So, eventually you gave colonists drugs until they snapped.
And I got a hefty corporate paycheck for it, too. Up until it all fell apart. That's not the part that made Spacer's Choice give up, anyway. You can still buy Adrena time, after all.
Yeah, that I figured out. Why didn't you stop the test?
I was a good scientist. I had to have wound up on that asteroid for a reason. I worked so hard. We all get stuck in our own patterns. Magical thinking. That was mine.
So, how did that work out for you?
Regrets don't add up to much. Anyway, it turned out it couldn't go on forever. Someone sabotaged the facility, freed the test subjects. Spacer's Choice wasn't getting much use out of us anymore, so they shuttered the project, kicked Adrena time out the door. And I came here.
But why did you hide away on the Groundbreaker?
I could have gone back to Byzantium, found a position somewhere else. Even started up something new, like mostly. But I couldn't stop thinking about. Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir?
No, not really. Well, someone should know what Spacer's Choice did.
Really? What good can that possibly do? That's all I've got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials.
This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance.
So you hacked into the Space's Choice database.
Please. I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper. If I couldn't talk my way out past a simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you.
Perfect. I don't think that she's monster already. But yeah. At some point she was fully focused on science. The scientists not always so friendly. They focused on, well, science and research. Any advice? You must have known the facility pretty well.
Come on, I've left it behind me.
Sure. It definitely looks like you're coping.
Yeah, well, you have to go on, don't you? Guilt's a useless emotion. What good is thinking about the past over and over and over again?
Well, help me and you can put it behind you. I'll take care of everything.
Please, I don't need... Fine. Fine, here, I remember one of my access codes. Just punch in the keypad equivalent for replication. Should get you into the offices. Maybe get you to my terminal a little sooner. Go test that persistence of yours out on Gorgon.
I will. Now I'll leave you be.
Yeah. I'll make sure the auto mechanicals don't bother you on the way out.
They will not. They already did. Okay. Now I can return back to Gorgon. I'm done with everything. Oh, I probably need to dump to proper docs the girl from Providence now. That's pretty much it. Don't have to do anything else here. What about this thing?
Observation log. Date. Well, never mind. Hybridization efforts have proven successful, and the nursery's yield is improving steadily. Meanwhile, the psychological benefits of gardening are difficult to assess without a control group. Subjective reflection suggests minor gains in memory retention and contentment.
Still quite vague. I don't need anything here. Good that I didn't need to kill these guys. This seems like the dangerous related for the owners of the ship or for any visitor, because normally you can't even get here. Oh yeah, that's dogs. Okay. Kind of groundbreaker. Can I do something?
This change of scenery sure is something. Can't wait to see the groundbreaker.
Okay, so we need to dock the proper part to it. Let's do this.
Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
And she's gone. Just like that. Okay, if I'm anywhere here, let's check the place. Maybe I can buy something here after all. Because they have some dedicated shops and potentially should have the best possible gear. Maybe I can buy something above usual. Because some good assault rifle or machine gun could be really nice. Also, yeah, I could buy more drinks as usual. So level 30, I need something level 40 plus already. This stuff don't do the trick anymore. So MK3. It would be fine if there would be vermin MK3, but there is none. But that's not the only place here to check.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch right here.
Okay, this is weapon girl.
Good to see you again.
Vermin too. all the same, it's maybe it just doesn't exist in the game, but hard to say really. Why? If you want to drag this weapon further, you need to invest like all the money and still will not be enough really. You need to invest all the money in one gun and still will not be ever enough. Which is a shame. But okay. Well, this now I know. Can just teleport to the ship actually. Or not. Oh yeah. Wrong direction. Wait a second. I clicked not on the ship. Oh, whatever. Alright, time to fly back to Gorgon.
We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
Nice. Then let's sleep before going. And then I'm ready to go. Oh, I don't really need to repair anything. It's mostly fine.
Please avoid damage.
Alright, so. And to get in many places. So HA is actually very close here, true? Close but not close. I don't remember, can I go up here anyhow easily? Yeah, it's on mines. I don't need it. I'm not sure that I can go up there, but maybe I can. I definitely can go through the cave up and then there. Also still have a couple quests here, so in any case through the canyon, I suppose. All the same things. Now I should have all the access. And Marauders here again, what a surprise. How the hell? So much for additional damage for headshots. We still have thousands of HP, so can be killed anyhow fast. Well, at least I'm getting a lot of loot from them. Although, not sure if they really need that much. Okay, to the left I probably cannot go, although let's check, maybe I can. That actually looks like an elevator. But it's sure locked from the other side. Only I cannot go through it. It's a damn shame. I would have been there, but I can't go through this. I need to move through the canyon. Yeah, this is the cave that lead up. I think there was a cave actually up front to the left. But only after another bunch of marauders. Maybe not actually. I guess it will be easier to go to the right. And then over the bridge. I remember there was also something on the way here. Let's see. Like between dead men. And the clue, electrical thing. No, that's different. It's also lead to all these things. All the clues left there. Well, I guess when I will go for that one, I can check it because of rest here. Yeah, pretty much. And I can go straight for the mission. Okay. Okay. Yeah, pretty much checked and looted everything already. Can I avoid the civilians? Oh yeah, seems like I can. Lead me to settlement. And there I can go to the bridge. No interest in fighting all of them again and again because they respawn faster than I can kill them. Same from here, I can just walk in. They're very preoccupied usually. The sound is so weird here. Like I failed something, but I didn't. Alright, I'm in. It's surely progress. That's the rest. Yeah, that's not that useful. Not sure what exactly I will find here, but I surely will find something. In case I need access to the main facility. That's the main reason to visit this facility, to gain access to the main one. Apparently I'm also gonna find some information about what they did here.
Welcome to Human Inquiry and Auditing, a Spacer's Choice facility. My name is Dr. Marion Blakeslee, and I'd like to congratulate you all on volunteering for this important opportunity.
That's why they recruited people for testing.
Know that as of today, each of you will be part of something greater.
Are you okay? I don't think so. It also seems harmless. Or not. Or not. Oh, this thing's what this guy is.
Until they broke. Walk softly, Captain. Some of them still live here, and I hate to be disturbed.
No, they're properly equipped and salvage the subject. Pressurized injection suit. The pressurized injection suit uses a series of pressurized mechanical syringes to feed precise dosages of liquid compounds directly into the test subject's bloodstream at multiple points throughout the body. It's all very scientific. So it's boost everything pretty much. Guess we're constantly getting doses of this adrenaline time or something like this. Oh, what a mess. Yeah, they're also pretty much addicted on the same adrenaline time. I thought they were like workers here, but no. It's exactly the subjects. Incoming messages from Blakesley. In order to minimize damage to company property and the personnel, please observe the following guidelines during the volunteer induction process. Do not touch and handle test subjects. Please defer to security personnel. Avoid using inflammatory phrases or terms such as untested chemicals. Consider patented species choice formula. Test subject. Consider valid volunteer. Cells. Consider living quarters. Remind subjects that compliance is one of the requirements of their contract with Spacer's Choice. Do not interrupt official Spacer's Choice communications and or marketing while directing volunteers. Yeah, totally not sound like inhumane experiments on humans. From Lexley. In light of certain recent developments, our friends at OCI have generously provided us with advice and guidelines intended to ensure the best possible outcomes for our research here at Human Inquiry and Auditing. To that end, we will be establishing new testing parameters and volunteer preparation guidelines, effective immediately. These guidelines will be provided to you at your stations. I really would like to congratulate you all on what you've achieved so far. Keep your heads down and your minds focused on the work, and the rest will come easier. If you have any concerns, kindly reward them to my assistant Benjamin Morley. Dr. Marion Blacksley, Testing Supervisor. Oh yeah. Morley B to Sonoda. Every volunteer means just that, Mrs. Sonoda. We enter in a vital phase of the testing process, and that means every volunteer participates in the trials. It's all the more critical that we maintain careful records of the dosages involved, of course. We count on you for that. Benjamin Morley. Weaver from Sonoda. Weaver, have you seen my office keycard? If this is one of your little tests, it's not funny. Security is already at full burn. They're gonna lose their bolts when they catch me taking their long way around to the faculty areas. Please tell me it's sitting on your desk or something. That's another. Supposed to give me a clue, I guess, where it is, but hard to say. It's a bit in yummies. Volunteer quarters. You mean cells. Corporate recruit. Killed and looted. That's how they get weapons, I suppose. They kinda look like cells, to be fair. I guess people could see this only after signing the contract.
Welcome, volunteers. This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and self-motivation skills.
No, okay.
This is your time to shine. You may just find yourselves doing similar work at a real office someday. Remember.
This one is huge. For whatever reason. Okay. No, there it goes. Why this one's so big? I mean, maybe just a tall person, who knows? Not much bigger than others for whatever reason. So they practically created an office to test people's I don't know. Intelligence, dexterity, and other parameters, and the effect was a drag. And they shoved them into some specific jumpsuits that non-stop adding additional drags into them all the day. That's some hardcore testing. No wonder they all went crazy eventually. Okay, this is supervisor's postcard. It should be her office then, maybe. But that's the way to end. No, doesn't look like it. But that's maybe the control place from where I can leave the lockdown for the main facility, where I actually need to get there. Questions how to do so.
Welcome, volunteers. Here you will be demonstrating key life skills in a simulated working environment.
Don't say anything useful here. Maybe just living somewhere.
Any accidents will negatively impact your chances of completing the volunteer program.
Okay, that's the place from where they watch others. Which still doesn't help me at all. Yeah, I get this part. You shouldn't see. I wonder who would even buy such costumes, but somebody will. Somebody still will. But they missing their limbs. That's confusing. Working accidents or something. Playwrights, which determined by merit of your work. Whatever you say. Yeah, they were processed here. Like some meat chunks in the factory. Oof. So they literally press them in cubes and they burn them or something. Yeah, amazing. That's one amazing corporation. Spacers chats. Okay, messages. Messages. I don't want to play anymore. Let's just do our jobs, okay? Victoria Zandeval. Reset and dispose of department technician. Okay. It doesn't explain much. Good messages. This week's bad. Alright. My 10 beats are on 52F. I know what you're thinking. He is so skinny. That's got to be bad odds. But I'm a common man, Victoria, and I've got an eye for this now. What do you think? Sort of sick game they have here. Bet whose subjects will perish fast or what? No, I'm not talking about the subject, Vicky. I'm talking about the numbers. I've been keeping track of how many bodies we process every day and every week. And the number fluctuates, but never too much. 1 and 3 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 1 and 2 and then 10. Just look at the chart I left on your desk. You can see for yourself that there is a pattern. You see it, right? Yeah, I guess working in such place does do something as well. Processing living people being transformed to corpses and transform corpses into chunks of meat. Amazing work. 10 out of 10. And let's add like an outer words. Yeah. I mostly finished the first game, so somewhat soon I will go for the second. But yeah, for now I'm stuck with first and second DLC, and it's pretty good, surprisingly. I'm enjoying way more than I would expect. Apparently doing full game with everything takes quite a time, but the game is good. Like, have its own downsides and difficulty, have them unbalanced, but still fun. Messages. Messages. From Ron, subject concerns. Did you play, by the way, The Outer Worlds yourself? Okay, this isn't about if you want this, Marley. Most of this group SC-22A is already gone. Subject 17 is non-verbal, but we've had some luck using small amounts of the compound to coax him into the testing rooms. To be honest, some of the stuff are starting to worry me too. It's not just that go in disposal, either. We were convinced that the compound's getting into the ventilation system somehow. I've got her scrubbing her hands raw at the washing stations. I've tried to recite in our safety protocols to her, but it hasn't seemed to help. I'm starting to think she might not be wrong. So did they actually start spreading this through the air? Logic cannot, but who knows? Marley, pick out 2 of the deceased test subjects and whip up condolence letters. Something saccharine and noble. Feel free to invent next of kin if they are known on record. Use the cheap paper. Leave the letters on my desk. I'll dispose of them shortly. Amazing. She was such a good doctor. Outgoing messages to all personnel. This notice is to inform all HA staff that testing associate Angus Ruan is no longer Spacer's choice pharmaceuticals employee, effective immediately. As one of the members of the Spacer's Choice family, I trust that you will all pull together to shoulder Mr. Ron's responsibilities in his place. From Benjamin Marley. To Blacksley. Dr. Blacksley. The missing test subject has been found and apprehended. Apparently he got into the testing department where he remained. I'm afraid nobody noticed for several hours. Hennessy had him doing paperwork. I think it's clear at this point the subject at C-44B-12 didn't get out on his own. As far as we can tell, he didn't have much of an escape plan. The door was simply unlocked for a short period of time during the night. In the meantime, I've made it clear to the security forces that no further breaches will be tolerated. Maybe all this information about sabotage is true, hard to say. 5 messages from Blackslayer. Marley, how do I delete this message? Dr. Mary Blackslayer. Clarence, the latest results are in. As we hoped, you'll find that the violent cases now account for a smaller overall percentage of the testing pool. I expect that will change in about 2 or 3 weeks, so you'd better get that report out to Goodfellow in a hurry. In the meantime, dosing all of the test subjects means the HA is now in the business of generating aggressive psychotics. So, if you could take 2 minutes out of your fundamentally pointless existence to somehow make it clear to Mr. Goodfellow that I need an update on those resources I requested, as well as a matter of additional security, increased oversight at CAM, or any kind of explanation for what the fuck. Oh yeah. So she will, despite the fact that she did all this mess and did all this to test subjects, she still wasn't happy with how dangerous the stuff is. And eventually she had the regrets about all this. Well, about deleted messages from Blacksname. Marley, if you receive any communications from Dr. Ambrose, ignore them. Also notify me at once. And don't piss yourself worrying. It won't come up on your assessments. Read it once. Marley, no word from OCI. We'll keep going as we are. Say something to the staff. Break out that list of prepared statements I gave you. I suggest number 4. Remember to smile. I'm heading down to oversee today, testing personally. Make sure I'm not disturbed. Terminator Blackstone. It's unclear why they stopped getting messages. Maybe because of the so-called sabotage, but hard to say.
Did you enjoy the show? I didn't. You should have left Gorgon in its grave, where it belongs. Now I'm afraid I have to find a more permanent way to put you down.
Why can't we just talk? Because the way how he described this seems like he is not happy with what they did here. But if he is not happy with what they did here, he shouldn't be against me uncovering the truth. But for whatever reason, he's still trying to stop me. Which doesn't make much sense really. Because it contradicts the theory that he is a part of the corporation. Seems like he is not. That's quite confusing. Welcome user Blackstone. Okay, that's your terminal. Admin functions. Right, synthesis and manufacturer center knockdown. That's the main thing. Now let's get some info. Synthesis and manufacturer center status. Locked. Alert. Executive lockdown must be overridden at ChemLab. Yeah, I need to get to ChemLab now. Return to admin functions. Return to root. Messages. Hack 105. Deleted messages. Should be something juicy for so much hacking. Incoming messages. From Ambrose. My. Marion, it's been 3 weeks. Where the fuck are the reports from HA? Deliver them to me by the end of the day, or deliver me your letter of resignation. I'm done asking. In the future, you will send me bi-weekly reports of HA status. These reports will include an inventory of test subjects, which versions of the Gorgon compound they have been administered, how frequently those administrations have occurred, and who has been administrating them. To these reports we will append a mortality record. This record will include an accounting of the burn-down rate of our current stock of volunteers and compound ampoules, in addition to a thorough analysis of their injuries. I want to see charts, Maria. Big fucking charts with lots of precious little numbers. And before you ask, bi-weekly means twice a week. Don't pretend you don't know what I mean. Ah, damn. I'm not sure that it's possible to clear the name of this Ambrose family. They did quite unspeakable things. Alright, other messages from Ambrose again. Marion, personalize and forward the following note to the families of the deceased volunteers. Take carbon copies and send those on to Lucien at the usual address. Make certain he gets every single one. Dear name, it is with regret that I write to inform you of the death of your relation name. They died peacefully, attended by their fellows. Please accept our sympathies in this difficult time. Though it may offer you little comfort, know that your relation died in service of a better, more productive Hansan. In accordance with the agreement name signed with Tartarus Corrections, a division of United Defense Logistics, their term of incarceration is now considered complete. Outgoing messages to Goodfellow. Fellow's manager's advisor, remember? Yes, many of the subjects still exhibited increased energy levels and compliance, the same euphoric response, but they inevitably crash. Testing clearance suggests that CHEM's Compound X has extreme and irreversible effects when administered repeatedly over a long period of time. Several volunteers in the oldest CO2 group are barely verbal. When they do speak, it's to beg for more of the compound. I'm finding it hard to shine that up for you, Lawrence. So good you'll beg for more. Don't you dare use that. If we could dilute the compound or even ease out the schedule, we could mitigate some of the addictive effects. Weaning some of the earlier test subject of the compound might buy us time until Cam refines the formula. I need time, Lawrence. Dr. Marion Blackstone. To Morley. Marley, I need you to compile some of the test results from the past months. Pull a subset from the reports we forward to OCI if you like, so known as red charts. Make sure the worst of the mortality reports are up front, will you? So she tried to actually put it up front to maybe point towards how bad it is. I guess it didn't work, because it doesn't seem like she cared anyway. To test the knobs. At the behest of the Office of Creative Incubation, we apply varying amounts of unknown solutions to test subjects that already meet treatment. What organizational scheme do you imagine would miraculously restore scientific rigor to this process? Stick to the current system. Dr. Marion Blackslayer. Marley, pick out 2 of the deceased test subjects and whip up condolences letters. Well, yeah, that's already seen. Archived messages to Bancroft. With this. That's something new. Lucian, I'm leaving this message to inform you of my resignation from the position of testing supervisor. Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals, effective immediately. I won't be returned to headquarters, and I wouldn't bother chasing the tracking signal unless we want to give the boys and girls team researchers some exercise. I warn you once, do not try and find me. Dr. Marion Blackstone. Okay, I guess she didn't get any response and she left the place. But there is also deleted message. Let's see. From Ambrose. Marion, cancel all the letters. If they've been hand-delivered, send someone to retrieve them. Secrecy trumps sentiment. Don't ever let me do anything so indulgent again, honey. From Ambrose. Marion, I see now why you held back your reports. Strangulations, attempted disemboweling, blunt force trauma to the head with a bedpan. It's not just that Walter's deaths up, but that the ways in which they are dying upon. This is unconscionable, an unmitigated disaster. Cease administration of the compound immediately. I'll take this to our liaison, Lucien. Surely when I show him these results, he will understand that we can't take this product to market as it currently stands. Okay, so she had a bit of heart after all. Okay. Not fully heartless, at least. To Marley. Marley, how did this message? Oh yeah, that's the same stuff. No? More level ups. What do I need? I cannot pick and need. Or do you need 105? Well, I had enough. That's something. What should I do? I maybe need more persuasion on things. Science also can be in theory useful. But yeah, you can have it all. So let's raise persuasion just in case if I will need it. Maybe medical, okay. Skip it because all the skills going up to 100. I better keep it up anyhow, because if I will need it and I will not have it, it will be quite a shame. I guess time for science weapon damage. Yeah, the original increase was magazine size. Science, yeah, science weapon damage. I'll be able to see it in weapons? No. But yeah, this in theory will make this useful. The damage will be more bigger. Broken, oh. Broken datapad. Our first test group should be here in just a few hours. I suppose it should be catching up on sleep, but it's far more important to mark the occasion. I really think we can achieve something here. Every citizen of Hudson wants to be of use, deep down. If this compound can restore industry and work ethic even to outlaws and miscreants, we won't need places like Tartarus anymore. Dissidence will be a thing of the past. Kale has sent over its first shipment of this mystery drug, and the testing chambers are operational. Once we've proven out our methods, it will be that much easier to convince OCI to invest in better equipment. The remaining entries are inaccessible. Well, originally she had good intentions, I suppose. But didn't work out. What about this one? 150. Oof. I think this should be right there. Or maybe I can hack it from here? No. It's not the way to do it. There is no connection to that room. And there is no key or anything here as well. By the way, yeah, this thing.
Damn, there you are. Is this... It's off, right? I don't understand these contraptions.
Dr. Blakesley, ma'am, I've come to say that it's time. I'm gonna do it.
Do what?
I'm gonna try for one of the shuttles.
You little shit. You've lost your mind.
If I can just make it to the landing pad, I'll be free.
Be reasonable, Morley. The project is almost over. We'll be out of here by October.
Ma'am, it's January. You're recording, by the way.
Damn it!
Messages from Blakesley. It isn't on lockdown until further notice. Do not let anyone into the facility until the escaped volunteers are located. I'm going to check volunteer induction for any sign of our fugitives. If you receive any keycard access notifications in the next 20 minutes, ignore them. Rotation protocols. The Human Audit and Inquiry Facility is a dedicated research facility and houses a considerable quantity of hazardous materials, machinery, and personnel. As such, no external visitors are to be permitted at any time absent express written permissions from HA testing supervisor Dr. Marion Blakesley. If you suspect a visitor does not have the appropriate credentials, please observe the following procedures. Stay calm, notify nearby security personnel of your suspicions. Wait for security personnel and the equipment to finish disposing of the visitor. Complete an incident report per official guidelines. Remember to use Spaceless Choice approved format and language. At no point should you leave your workstation unattended. Leaving your workstation unattended will be considered a severe security breach and may result in a fine and a summary termination of your employment with Spacer's Choice. Your supervisor has posted the following addendums. Right, that's official shit. If you do get visitors, inform me at once. If they're from other departments, if it is Dr. Ambrose, don't get in her way, but log her every move. If it is Clarence Mostay, keep him at reception. I'll come down in person to see this law-given miracle for myself. If Jasper Lowell or anyone else from camp turns up, let them stew at reception. I'll send Assistant Marley down eventually. Marley was assistant. Okay. I'm so done with this place. Exterior, exterior. Oh yeah, exit through the other way. It's all glowing, but it's all empty because I already looted this. Although this one wasn't empty. Yeah, that's one. That one I already read. Now to the next one. That way I will need to go down in the canyon. Probably better to do the quest that was here first. Wasn't. Do one of the secret society thing. There's the phonograph. Oh, it's like, no, that's that one. Not. And clue. Actually, sure that still points me here. Let's see, so I missed the item. Let's go here. The phonograph behind the pipe in observation room. An observation room B in human quarry auditing. I need to find it. Because I definitely don't want to return here again. Yeah, this one sound, this one her office. Yeah, pretty much need to go all the way back. And if there's a main exit, I guess. Which is fine in general.
Welcome, volunteers.
Especially as far as observation room B.
Demonstrating key life skills in a simulated working environment.
Just hidden behind pipes or something.
As an inattentiveness can have disastrous consequences.
That's a full scale marauder out there.
Performing an area.
Volunteers are expected to follow all instructions without hesitation. Failure to do so may result in immediate.
Damn. They create the whole base here, pretty much.
I
smell blood! I'm gonna find you!
Oh, it's so acidic. That's something unusual. They're trying to shoot somewhere. But it sounds so distant for whatever reason. So I'm curious how they even get inside. The place quite locked down. Locked out of everything. They actually made the whole base here. This mess. Now I can go here, I guess. What about this way? I guess they tested here also, this drugs origin there. Or maybe that's Marauder's training ground. Hard to say, really. They're definitely shooting something somewhere. Whatever and wherever that is. Oh, they're fighting with each other pretty much.
What's that noise?
They tried to shoot Marauder's drone, by the way. How's it hidden? Suspected that this one's still active. Hysterical subject. Oh, definitely not a calm one. That's for sure. I missed quite a chunk of this play section. Somehow, because it turned to the right direction. wonder what was this part of the place. Doesn't seem like it's part of the place where test subjects were active. So I guess place where they manufactured something, but what? Unclear. Although this is office exactly where they tested them. Yeah, this is observation room, should be. The item might be somewhere here.
This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, and
Shoved it somewhere behind the pipes or something.
This is your time to shine. You may just find yourselves
This
doing
chamber
something
too.
worth a real office someday. Remember, compliance with all instructions from facility personnel is stipulated in your contracts.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't hear anything here. I think it's the next room then. Probably. Yeah, here maybe. No. And pipes I mentioned. It's noise section. That's maybe it. Spectrum magnification monolens. Yeah, it does. Engineering +5. Oh yeah.
I don't believe we've discussed side effects, Dr. Ambrose.
The drug's not ready for release yet. The side effects are immaterial.
So it's dangerous. Perhaps it results in some...
No, I grabbed him. What the hell is this?
Get him strapped down!
Dr. Blakeslee!
Subject demonstrates catastrophic personality collapse. Fucker bit me.
Marion!
Interesting. I think I'm going into shock.
Okay. I thought I'm just losing something. No. Journal codex. Yeah. Can I restart?
I don't think we've discussed side effects, Dr. Ambrose.
The drug's not ready for release yet. The side effects are immaterial.
So it's dangerous. Perhaps it results in some thrilling mutations. Forearms, maybe? Or a second head?
Try delusion, paranoia, gastric bleeds, violence, and fatal insomnia. Shall I enumerate every way our volunteers have died? Suicide by automech, suicide by hanging, starvation.
Cut the recording, Georgie.
You sure, boss? I just put on a new cylinder.
Stroke, spontaneous combustion, internal exsanguination.
Just turn it off.
Okay. Observation logs. Compliance test and parameters. Data entry, physical exertion, mild. Physical exertion, strenuous. Social exclusion, sanctioned violence. Group is C1. Initial test in phase 1. Subject is C1A through K were given forms and written implements and instructed to fill them out to corporate standards. Upon completion, forms were placed into an employer sentient shredding device by a technician. Tests were then repeated. Observation notes. Volunteer Kendall objected to further testing after completion of second set of forms. Volunteer SC1G after 5th, volunteered SC1B after 10th. No further objection from remaining volunteers. Volunteer C1E Holmes was discovered to be functionally illiterate and thanks for early advancement to the second phase of compliance testing. Objection from volunteer C1D. Group is C5. Subject at C5A through K were given visual demonstrations of multiple physical exercises. No, thank you, testing system Lemon. Then instructed to replicate them in accordance with verbal instructions. Observation notes. Subject at C5H complained of physical exhaustion after 5 minutes, missing numerous verbal cues. Subject at C5A, 5E, and 5K failed out at around the 15 minutes mark. Test was terminated after 30 minutes as the technician became too hoarse to provide instruction. Group of C27, mid-stage testing, phase 3. Subjects are instructed to follow a closed circuit around the perimeter of the testing chamber for the duration of the test. At random intervals, technician is to provide vocal cue to reverse course. Observational notes. Of the 8 test subjects remaining in group of C27, 6 respond to vocal cues. Subject 63D became aggressive and was removed. Subject 63B came out 30 minutes into the experiment and was removed. Remaining subjects exhibited compliance with all vocal cues for remainder of experiment. Technician addendum. Observational data compromised due to equipment failure. Technician Embry S was found incapable of continued operation due to incessant weeping and was withdrawn, flagged for disciplinary measures. Yeah, poor people. Okay, group 63, late stage testing, phase 4. Subjects are isolated and instructed to select one member of the experiment group for immediate removal from the volunteer program. Observational notes. Subject 63A, volunteered subject F. Subject B is unresponsive for duration for testing session. Subject C deliberates for 5 minutes 36 seconds before volunteers subject E. Subject D is unable to recall the names and or identification numbers of fellows, but has volunteered each of them in turn, citing immediate need for additional compound X injections. Subject E volunteered subject F. Subject F refused to comply with instructions for duration of testing session. Subject G exhibits extreme confusion, extreme emotional distress, demands morphine injection. Technician's addendum. Time as of a previous note is 14 hours. Subject exhibits extreme aggression. Subject terminated. Oof. Group 87. Late stage test in phase 5. Subject is instructed to fire at shrouded target, one industry standard fashion modeling assistive device, mannequin. Subject is not informed of nature of target. Observational notes. Subject has fired at target. Auditory rewards initiated. Tester said. Subject has fired at observation window. Automated security enabled. Tester said. Subject has fired at subject other. Automated security enabled. Tester said. Subject has fired at subject other. Automated security enabled. Tester said. Subject has fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Tester said. Subject refused to fire. Subject refused to fire. Subject refused to fire. Technician addendum. Subject unresponsive. Tester said. What a mess. Incoming messages. Damn, there's so much info here. Although I already read this one. Hey, you and Andrea talk about Oswald sometimes, right? Haven't noticed anything different about him lately. I'm pretty sure he's been at his desk all night. I was going to congratulate him on his newfound productivity, but I took a look at his reports just now and some of them have very basic formatted errors. It's not like him at all. Maybe you could ask him about it. If something wrong with his terminal, you should probably get it taken care of sooner rather than later. Longest run. That doesn't tell much. If we are going to meet OCI figures this month, we'll need to double our testing capacity over the next few weeks. To that end, I need everyone in observation to work with disposal to how their preparations time between tests. If the volunteers exit at a joke if you have to, just try not to let them see the bodies. Dr. Blacksley. From Hammond. Look, Embry. No, look, Embry lost his head because he couldn't keep up with the work. He was never going to amount to anything, and we all knew it. The surprise is that he lasted that long. I don't know why my reports are any of your business to begin with, but I know how to use the damn computer. I bet Weaver put you up to this. I've been working twice as hard as anyone else in this office this past month, and now she thinks I'm going to outpace her. But maybe it's simpler than that. These emails used to just be a nuisance. Now I'm starting to think maybe your loyalty is to some other corporation. Andre Hammond. Yeah, loyalties. There's the messages, outgoing messages to Hammond. Hey Andre, Dr. Blackson started to come down here pretty often, usually for the morning shift. She hasn't said anything, just watches us go through the tests for a while, and then gets up and walks out. We were trying to give her a report, I think, but Blackstone gave her a look, and that was the end of it. You think we're doing something wrong? You told me if you knew anything, right? I was playing my lunch with you again. Oh, and hey, great game last night, huh? Rickard Johansson. Susan Devil. Yeah, we're going back to mannequins for phase 5. None of the test subjects failed to turn up about shooting killer bugs from Monarch, I guess. Should make things easier for you over in Disposal, right? The best part is that one of the cages didn't close properly last night, and a couple of the little multipillars get loose. Who knows where they are by now, or they had an absolute fit. So that's why multiplayers even on this rock of a planet. Oh, it's not even a planet, it's asteroid. I don't think he likes bugs. Okay, Johansson, okay. Oh, that's explain why fauna is everywhere the same, because they used the same fauna here. And let's get lost. Alright, should be done here. William. I have to leave this place. SMC Observatory. This process in Ramin, yeah, that's different. That's the last one in Chemnab. Alright, need to leave the place. It's a bit messy here. Where's what even? Oh yeah. What a mess of a place. Can launch what they watched? No. That's actually body boxes. And dispose of. What the fucking mess. I need to sell some things because I definitely have too much of things. Can keep one, I think. It's all trash. How much do I need this plasma launcher? Okay, let's keep it for now. Oh yeah, Adrena time. Such an amazing thing. Okay, so yeah, that's quest lead to this place. I can try to get it. Then I need to go to chemistry lab, so what's the plan? I can go like this. Could go there. Though it's kind of time already. I guess it's maybe better finish now. Before starting the rest, because that will take some time. Could in theory go and through this and get to that. Take it and then rise up and then go to... Though I don't even need to rise up. Yeah, technically I could go like this, go up, go here and take it. I could follow it, go through, go down, take the last one, then go through the canyon to the final facility. Although eventually I need to get to some other place, don't I? Gorgon Ruins, that's not it. It's OHA. Or the main place though. The main one's here, hard to say. Maybe actually better to go to Kemna first. Well, in any case I could go like this. I still need to go down. So here was the cave as far as I remember. So I can go down. Yeah, that's a possibility. Though here there is an elevator. Well, in any case, yeah. Let's end for now. Continue next time. Okay, next week's schedule probably will be a bit different. Still will be morning streams apparently. But I want to change it a bit. Make it a bit long and short at the same time. Depends. Need to think about this. In any case, thank you for watching. See you next time. We'll continue with Outer Worlds on Monday.